This kind of felt real mid-cardish to me.
Okay, mid
I
card.
Mid card, Jay Uso.
mid-card. No, the whole segment felt real mid-cardish. Like that's something you have your mid-cards do. But it's Jay, and of course, I'm a Uso fan, so and then I'm kind of not liking the whole like predictability of he's not going to be Damian this early on. So yeah, Coach, what you got?
I wouldn't have. I don't know if I would have said mid card, but
I'm going there with it. I'm going there with
I
it.
I feel like I think he could put on a good show. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him losing. I don't see Damian losing the belt right now. Too soon. He got too big of a story. I think it's gonna have to matter when he loses. They was putting out there like he was homeless and sleeping in his car, and he was like in the background of everybody, and then eventually he was able to step up and he got his belt. So technically, I guess he finished his story too. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna let it go off like that. But I think it'll still be a good match. I think it'll be a good match.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we all probably know who's gonna probably take that title from Damian Priest. Uh, and he just signed a new contract
Mm,
on
mm.
he spoke about it on Instagram as Mr. Finn Balor himself.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
So
I saw that.
my prediction is that Finn Balor is going to be the one to take the title from Damian Priest, and they're going to be building to that.
I could see that happening as well. But I didn't even. I was thinking something didn't fit right with me when I was watching the segment. But Chuck, you did just open my eyes, man. That's what it was. It felt mid card. And I don't think it was Jay. I think it was Damien. I'm not
The
convinced
segment itself just felt
because
mid-cardish.
Jay, because it ain't Jay, because he's been in these spots. He's been here all for 2 years. He knows what to do in this spot. But that's why I was like, I feel like Damien is not fitting into his world championship role yet.
So let me ask you this: do you think it's hard for him in the sense of knowing that you might not be really a worthy opponent? So let's just get through this so I can get to who I really need to be fighting these days.
Yeah, that was like Ron said, that was definitely the tune-up match to get him to fan. That's definitely what's going to happen.
No. I miss the days of like when we were young, where somebody could have a belt one week and lose it the next.
Mm.
But nowadays, it's like they go on these like certain people you definitely want, like how we was talking about with the Roman of long story booking, but stuff like this, I wouldn't mind Damian losing.
Right.
But
I think Jay's a good person to take it.
I know
But I
that
also
they
understand you wouldn't want to have Jay take it from Seth. So have it be the lose from like the Drew or Damian.
Yeah.
but even in that sense, I think we're in an era where everything is like more emotional. You know what I'm saying? It was no emotions back in the day. I think that's what made it so raw. Like that's probably hence the name because there was no emotions involved. But now everything they play on your heartstrings. You know what I'm saying? They want you to understand their backstories of everything now. So I think that's the reason why. I mean, we did.
I'm
We
just
did.
saying because of that, we know he's not going to win. So it's
I mean,
like
we saw.
it
We saw
doesn't.
one.
It
We saw
doesn't.
one short reign. We
He's in
saw one
contract
short
talks,
reign.
and that's because he's in contract talks.
So I'm Mr. McIntyre 5 minutes,
Right.
Yeah, 5
5
minutes.
whole minutes.
His contract is up in 5 weeks. He has to renegotiate.
He should have did that early.
But yeah, he's doing that. They're gonna do a program with him and Sheamus. I already see that. So
Yeah. Well, next up, we got the World Tag Team Championships being defended by R-Truth and The Miz, Awesome Truth, retaining their titles against DIY. I thought that DIY was going to do it. I thought it was just a one night off.
This goes back to what I'm saying. Because we're in this long title reigns, like they should have lost it.
They should have.
DIY could
So-
just take it from them.
so what they're doing right now, they are restructuring each character in different ways. So as you see right now, Tommaso Ciampa was going back to his heel persona, slowly getting there, and that's what that match was for. DIY, if they do stay together and both him and Johnny turn heel, because Johnny's been heel before, then you can probably look at them going ahead and taking the titles. But they're not going to have a lot of baby faces taking titles from baby faces. So if they're building DIY to be the next champion, they want to be the next heel champions. So that's what you're probably seeing right now.
What do you
Yeah,
think,
man.
Coach?
I miss the days where you had like New Day and Usos was like 1 month the Usos won, next month New Day. Like it was going back and forth with the title to where it looked like, oh, these teams are like the top two because they're going back and forth with it. Like nowadays, it's like you're not winning it. I'm going to hold it for about a year, and then you can come take it from me.
I can
And even
definitely
then, it's
say
not gonna be
awesome
the first
truth.
people.
I can definitely say awesome truth will not be holding it for no year. I don't even. Hey man,
Ouch.
they are
Hey,
definitely not gonna hold it for no year.
now, mind you, our truth is a national treasure, but they better.
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No,
They setting it up
Sometimes,
to break. They setting it up to break our hearts when somebody betrays them and they lose the title. That's what they're doing. Like you said, playing on the emotional heartstrings. So that's what they're
yeah.
doing.
Oh man. Well, it was a good match regardless, and I'm digging the DX references that DIY is doing, but we almost at the expiration date of that. Almost.
Yeah,
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 Almost.
yeah.
I'm
the
already
No,
the
past it.
pedigree,
I think we
the
there. We there.
pedigree.
I'm already past it. I already
The,
told y'all last
you
time.
didn't
Niggas
you
need
didn't
to
like the
stop.
pedigree
I like the
from
pedigree.
Tommaso Ciampa?
Like that's the worst part. I like them doing the moves. I just don't like the whole our truth still confusing them. Like the gag's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think it's
think it
over
was.
too because of the because they're about to Ciampa's about to turn heel. So
Yeah, I think it was over when he was in the ring with Triple H. I think that was probably the end of the segment right there. Like,
Yeah.
what Triple H at? Oh my God! I'm like, this dude here. He's taking it to the next level.
Oh man. Next up, we got kind of like a combination of a segment. We got Gunther coming out, giving his spiel of him being back, and that leads into the New Day defeating Imperium and Vinci, Kaiser betrayed. What's his name? Vinci. Am I saying that right?
no, it's the Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci.
Giovanni
Okay,
Vinci.
yeah.
Yeah, Giovanni.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
Giovanni Vinci. It's funny I've never mentioned his name till now. That just shows.
when,
I'm reading it like, who is this? Am I missing
Who is
something?
this?
I had,
But then when
I
you
had to
said it,
remember it
I'm like,
because of
oh,
Samantha. That's the only
yeah.
reason why I remembered it.
And I'm a professional wrestling podcaster. That's sad. I don't know,
Well, you gotta. He
Who's going
wasn't a
first?
professional. He's not a professional wrestler, so that's
Right.
the problem.
So what do you think about this
So
segment?
Chuck, you go first. What do you think?
I was really upset at first when I saw New Day coming out because I was like, not another one. But then I seen why they came out. It was just to break Imperium up, and I'm like, okay, all right, I get it now. But originally, I was like, not another match between these two. Like we've seen this match so many
That's
times.
the same thing.
This match will get banned on WWE 2K. Like this, just stop. No more. No mas. Throw the whole cowl in. We're done with this.
Yeah. What about you, Coach?
Man, I'm almost embarrassed to watch the New Day wrestle now, man, because you almost you almost know the outcome like every single time. Like it's just almost not even good TV anymore at that point. You know what I mean? But you kind of saw that breakup coming. You know, it was kind of weird to bring Gunther back in the mix of it to help maybe dissolve it. I don't know, but you saw it coming beforehand.
Uh, so for me, I did see it coming, but not this week. I didn't expect it was going to happen the way it did, when it did, how it did, and how brutal it actually was. Because uh, Kaiser snapped, and I was just like, okay, because they've been a team for so long, and they don't keep teams together that long in the WWE unless you are the New Day or the Usos, and the Usos eventually broke up. But I knew it was going to eventually happen. I didn't expect it to happen that way and that night. But I do like the fact that Gunther was involved and showed his approval at the end and everything too. So give
Yeah.
us something new.
100%.
But I feel like Chuck, when I first saw it, I'm like, come on, not again. And then what it leaded to, I was like, okay, I'm all right with this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like Coach said, when you see New Day come out, I'm just like, if you're not gonna put Big E back with him, just stop this. This is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just leave.
they're at a point where they need Big E now.
Let them go back separate.
But he did say he put up a post. Shout out to Big E. He put up a post. He was saying that he is officially pain free, but the bone hasn't grown back where it was supposed to, where his disc is. So that's what's stopping him. But he said he's pain free and happy. He's in love. So let's be happy for that.
I mean, I still think he should just come out and just be their manager.
Be a manager,
Just
right?
something.
Yeah.
Like
definitely.
he needs to still be a part of the group, even if he's not wrestling. He needs to come out with them. It's funnier with all three of them.
And if not,
It's just sad with the two.
and if, like you say, and
Big E, come home.
and if not, though, they need to revamp Kofi and Xavier. I think I'd much rather see that than him come and try to keep this group going. I want to see, can they pull a Taker and reinvent themselves again? You know what I'm saying? And Xavier deserves some type of big push before it all ends. And he got to change his character for that to happen.
At least for itself, for a single title run.
To even have a chance, he's got to change his character.
He got the mic skill.
Yeah.
He got the mic skills. He just got to, step out. But at the same time, I don't know if this is the right time. Well, it might be. I was about to say all the champions is kind of like, I don't know if it's believable.
Right.
For Xavier to step into the ring with any of them like that.
Right.
So he got to change. That's why the change in the character has to happen. He got to get a little bit of a mean streak or something.
Yeah.
100% agree. Any further thoughts on it? Any thoughts on that, Chuck? Next up, we got Shinsuke defeating. We got Sheamus defeating Shinsuke. But before that, we had a whole back and forth with him and McIntyre. And thank you for Drew, because we've been getting heat for fat shaming Sheamus. And thank you, Drew, for doing it. So we off the hook now. Damn.
Hey, I think I seen a video with Sheamus working out, trying to talking about he trying to beat back up. I tell you, he must have saw our podcast.
He must have
saw our podcast.
Burger.
He must have seen. Yeah, he must have seen our podcast.
I'm not gonna lie.
We was getting some heat.
This match, I actually was enjoying it.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Even though Sheamus was still look gassed, like I still enjoyed it. Like, especially when they was fighting in front of Drew and Shinsuke dropped that knee on his neck. I was like, oh, on the table?
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this is a good match. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I agree. It was a good match. I give it that. I'm just waiting on Sheamus to get back to himself. And it's crazy that you use the word gas because he did look gassy. But
well, speaking of gas, WWE is throwing the gas on Bronson Reed. He attacked Sami Zayn, letting him know that he is next up, and I kind of believe it. I kind of believe it. What y'all think? What about you, Ryan?
I think Bronson Reed was set for a push his first run in WWE when they decided to do all those cuts. He was set up to be the next guy, and I'm glad he's finally back to that. And I think they should put the title on Bronson Reed. I'll be okay with Sammy having a short run, but if they put it on the right person, and I think Bronson Reed is the right person, you could have some really good matches. He reminds me of a more athletic Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe is really athletic as well. And it's not just because they're Samoan, but it's just like they're both powerhouses and they're both athletic, but he can do moonsaults and all other type of stuff that you don't see a lot of big guys do besides him and Ivar.
Coach?
I remember, I'm glad you made that reference because Samoa Joe has been my guy for a minute. I remember I got a little brother by the name of AB from DET who was so hyped when Samoa Joe first stepped on the scene, and I think at one point he thought he was Samoan Abe, but he,
hey, Joe's the truth.
Dog, I'm talking about. I love Samoa Joe, and for you to make that reference, I definitely see the correlation right there as well. And it's about time for him to go ahead and make the run. This is the perfect time for him too, because I always use the phrase believable. This is
Mm.
believable, and I think it'll make a good show.
I don't know if anybody really peeped his little backstage interviews. He was saying before Sammy won was like, I've beat Gunther. I can beat him again. That
Oh
title should
yeah,
be
I seen
mine.
that.
Sammy won though. Now he's like, all right, he won against him, but I've already beat him, and I'm sure I can beat him too. So it's
Yeah.
not like it's. I wasn't shocked when it happened. I'm just like, finally it happened. Like
Yeah.
Speaking of something finally happened, Chad Gable, the straw that broke the camel's back, he is officially full-fledged heel mode, degrading his Alpha Academy members one by one. It kind of reminded me of Enzo back in the day on the cruiserweight division, but
Yeah.
he destroyed all of them. What'd you think about that, Chuck?
I missed that one.
You
That's
missed
the one I
Man,
it.
you
missed.
missed out.
That's the
Let
one
me
I
go with
missed.
that one. Let me go with that one. I go with
I
that one.
missed.
So
I missed that.
this to me, it didn't. I didn't feel the authenticity in it. Right? It felt like he was trying to force it. It felt like he was trying to make it, his new thing. But I don't think he really had it. You know what I'm saying? For him to call, old girl dumb as a box of rocks. She pretty, but she dumb as a box of rocks. I'm like,
Yeah.
yikes! But
They
yeah, it didn't seem like it was authentic.
I think that it can go there. It has certain things in place to where he can make it work. It reminded me of the first time Kurt Angle turned heel, and it seemed a little forced.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then as the weeks went on, it got more and more believable. So he might need to have some talks with good old Kurt and see what he can adjust so we can do to make it more believable. But that is something else to tune in to try to watch to see when Otis or somebody's going to come to the defense of the other ones and how it's going to turn out. But it did fire up Maxine later on in the night,
Yeah.
and I do like that part.
I'm gonna
I
have to.
thought Otis. I thought Otis was gonna take it right now, though. I kept looking at his face like, yeah, he about to hit him with some kind of worm or something. I don't know what.
I'm the
Call
opposite
y'all
of
back for
y'all.
a
I
minute.
think I'm the opposite of y'all. I think it was kind of a home run, man. I enjoyed Chad. I think, and at the same time of him getting that heel push, like you said, I looked at Maxine a little different. Like, hey, I want her to win now. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So if you look at it from that standpoint, he hit a home run with that segment to me, man. He put three people over who nobody cared about, and now
yeah.
I'm rooting for
I
all
think it was
three
the
of them.
right thing to do.
Yep, definitely. Next up, we got Andrade and Ricochet defeating JD McDonough and Santos Escobar. We all know Dominic is hurt in real life, so he couldn't fight. He was supposed to be in this match, so backstage he had Escobar take his spot, but they get the L. And afterwards, Damian Priest was pissed and basically told Dom and JD, I don't need you. You need me. Chuck.
Woo, there's some words.
I thought Escobar was going to snap on JD McDonough halfway through the match because he kept like tagging in and tagging out when Escobar was like on the hot,
Yeah.
or when JD was getting his butt beat, he want to run out. I'm like JD just needs somebody to just beat the brakes off of him. But that final, man, that move was nice.
Yeah.
The pin was nice, and then Damian came out and smashing them was nicer. And then told Dom, don't need anybody.
Right.
And Dom just looking like, oh man, we're in trouble. It was great. I loved it.
Coach?
Like I said, it's the verge of a breakup right here. But the breakup might make his reign a little shorter, though. Because it's the era where there's always more than one in the squad. So if you're gonna try to be solo with it, it's not gonna be a long reign for you. But yeah,
Caught that, Coach.
I like that dominance, though. I don't know how.
Solo with the ring. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Caught you, Coach.
That's why I think it's gonna be Finn. Just because of this, I think it's gonna be Finn. He's gonna be like, "Hey, brother, what do you mean that you don't need anybody? I thought it was me and you." So you're gonna see the tension between that. But I did like that too.
Yeah.
But it also, I think it pushed what we were saying before about Dominic and Santos Escobar forming a group. I don't know if it's gonna be Legado del Fantasma, but it's gonna be something else.
It's definitely coming. We were not wrong. We were just a little early on that prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that name though. Too long. I need them to rethink that.
Yeah, they gotta rethink
You
that.
saw what I said what it meant though, right? It was the legend of the ghost or phantom. So that's what Legado del Fantasma means in Espanol.
Just say it in English. It sounds way better. Right.
I don't care what it means. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
It doesn't have a wrestling ring to it to me.
Yeah.
That's true. It's a lot to say. It don't roll off the tongue.
Yeah. But Judgment Day is definitely crumbling. And you also saw a little backstage segment with Dom and Liv Morgan. I don't know if anybody peeped that.
Yeah, did right before the Battle Royal.
Planting seeds right there. Liv Morgan, like she told mommy, I'm taking everything from you. She probably meant Dom too.
Man.
But speaking of mommy,
he's like, "You're looking kind of nice there, Dom."
Right. But speaking of mommy, she lost her world title. So tonight in the main event, we had a battle royal. This made the whole show big. I'm like, damn, a battle royal for the title? What the hell? I'm thinking it's gonna be like a tournament throughout the weeks, but a little bit of everybody was out there. But Becky Lynch is your new world champion.
I predicted that one.
Yeah,
I wish I could have told everybody, but I told the people that worked with her she was gonna win. I was like, because Rhea's hurt, and who's the last person she fought, and they're not gonna give it to Nia Jax.
They couldn't give it to her because she just took the L.
Nah, they're gonna give it to the last person who should have beat her, but they let Mama win. Now Daddy's like, hey, Mama hurt, Daddy on top.
Right. It's funny how Dom and Rhea are hurt at the same time.
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, both Seth and Rhea.
Yep.
Or Dom and Rhea.
But Dom his injury is only like they said a few weeks, so he won't be off TV. He just won't be fighting.
Oh, okay.
But Rhea's
I thought he was
gonna
try to be off TV. I know he just got married and all that too. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you see what arm it was.
So I thought Becky Lynch should have won. I think with mommy being out, I expect when Rhea Ripley to come back, she's gonna be babyface. So
really?
You gotta have, I mean, people are gonna cheer for her. You can't help it. People are gonna cheer for her. So I think she's naturally gonna be. She's still gonna have the same edge. How like back in the day when Stone Cold was a babyface, but he still had that same edge. He really didn't change much as far as personality wise. So I think Rhea's gonna be babyface.
I think if anything, it should be a tweener like a Randy Orton. Not really good, not really
sure,
bad.
Maybe that. Like, I could see that.
Thin line.
So naturally, they gave it to Becky because Liv and her revenge tour, she's naturally going to end up becoming a heel. So if you're going to put the title on Liv and Rhea to get it back from Liv, she has to be a heel, and Rhea is going to come back as a babyface naturally, or a tweener, as you said, with like Randy Orton. At least that's how I would look at it.
Kevin Owens is also a tweener.
So basically, Becky is what you're saying is Becky is a transitional champion right now until Liv can build up to be a big enough heel and hold it.
Yeah,
sounds about right to me. Sounds about right to me.
Would y'all? So let me ask y'all a question. Would y'all want to be in that position where they like, look, we just need somebody to hold it for a minute? How about you?
Well,
okay, cool.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
I would say no, but in this predicament, considering we're about to have a draft, yes.
And let's talk about something else going on right now behind the scenes. This is perfect timing. There are rumors circulating heavy. There is two $10 million per year contracts for Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins on the table from AEW. If they sign with WWE, they can get anywhere from $5 to $6 million just for Seth Becky might get 2 to 3, but AEW has thrown $10 million out there for both Becky and Seth Rollins to join ship. So
Would
I
you
don't know.
take it though?
Maybe putting the belt on her now.
What is up with these balloons? What are y'all? I don't see it
I'm
happening.
sitting here like I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, what hand movement is he doing? I'm trying to get a balloon.
As hard as Seth has been riding for WWE, Seth is a lifetime WWE guy. Especially as much as he trashed CM Punk and all this type of stuff, and how offended he was. Seth would be a hypocrite to go to AEW simply on that. Now Becky Lynch, I don't think she's gonna leave Seth, so I don't think that's actually gonna happen. And the way that things are going in AEW right now, I understand why they want them, but it's not enough structure there for them to even have a good time there.
But let's talk about something. We got to bring economics in this. This is one of the hardest eras we've all ever lived in, and that's $10 million. I don't care what loyalty. I think Triple H, because you can see how cool Sasha is. I even think Triple H told Sasha, we're not going to pay you that much. Get your bread, and then just come back when the contract over. And I genuinely think this was a token, like I'll carry it for you for 2 months until my contract ends, and I'm going to get that bag. And I do not think we'll ever see Seth and Becky on WWE TV for a while.
Yeah, I said if anybody to take it would be Becky. I don't think Seth going anywhere.
They both going.
I was about to say I don't think Triple H would even make that suggestion because they don't really have a bandwidth to push anybody away at this moment, not of their caliber. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If they brought the modern day Maharaja back, but they got rid of him right quick. They're like, yeah, you ain't fitting.
Yeah.
So he can go to AEW and get, $27.50 an hour. But
he's going to Impact. That's where he's going to go. He's going to go to TNA.
I don't know. He got a little story with Tony Khan though, so he might fit. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I'm with Abe, considering his boy over there.
Yeah, Moxley. I ain't think about that. You right?
Oh yeah.
He's been wearing a lot of Shield gear,
and he the heavyweight champion right now. Let's just he over there on fire. You give me.
It would make sense for him to come in during a match.
Ooh, I got it. Yo, something just hit me. I'm telling y'all right now. This is a prediction.
Okay, talk that talk.
Seth Rollins' next match will be at the Tokyo Dome versus Jon Moxley for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
And then he's gonna come back.
Then he's going to AEW. Then he's going to AEW. It's happening, man. Why would they put the belt on Moxley? Why would I've been thinking this whole time. Why is the belt on Moxley? But Seth's contract ended in 2 months. Why not? They building it up already, probably.
That's a big prediction right there.
See it, man. You got why would they put the belt on Moxley?
With his surgery, it's only 2.
Huh?
With this surgery, it's only it's only gonna be like a 2-month recovery.
He might pull a Sasha Banks. You know how AEW do? They'll bring you back even though you hurt. You would just be in segments, just standing around. You know what I mean? AEW don't give a fuck. You coming to work. Sasha ain't wrestled one night, but she been there every week. She ain't
well, she on contract though.
Yeah,
she ain't going nowhere.
You coming to work at AEW.
That's how they did Cody when he first came back. They ain't giving no matches. They just had him coming out every week with his suits on.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Scale of 1 to 10. Ryan, what you giving Monday Night Raw this week?
I'll give it you know what? I usually be getting ready to give it lower, but because the way they end it, it always brings it up a little bit. So I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8.
Coach?
Okay.
Generous as hell. Swear y'all be too damn generous.
I'm kind of with Ryan though. I'm kind of with the icon on this one. I think an 8 is a fair number for it. You know what I mean? Just it had a lot going on that all connected together.
Y'all are nice.
What you saying, 2?
Nice.
What you saying, 2, Chuck?
Solid 6.
Wow.
Hey, that's 3 hours, and they entertained me for maybe like an hour and a half.
You know what?
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'll go 6.5 to be nice.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
I literally
So
was just about
generous.
to say I'm tied with Chuck, but he done went up. I'm out of 6, man. I didn't.
No, Bob, I'm going back down. I'm with 6. I was only going up because I was being nice, but I'm not going to be nice. Going with 6.
Between the 4, average it out, they had a 7. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll give it. That's cool.
Well, that's it for us. Monday Night Raw recap. Check out Ron T next up with the NXT performance of the night. Till next time, we out.
Peace.